All right, so welcome to Coffee with Markus. This is episode 72, and today I'll show you what's happening in the markets so that you know what's going on. And I'll give you a roadmap to the trader's journey so that you know exactly what you should do if you want to become a trader. And then, as always, we're doing a deep dive. So, this is what's on the agenda for today. Does this sound good? All right, I see that you can hear me. Perfect. That's always a good start. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Markus Heidkotter, and before we get started, let me give you a super quick intro why I am doing this show. Because here's what I'm seeing. Most people who start trading expect their accounts to explode, and because they have seen the ads and emails that promise them to turn $2,000 into $1 million or something crazy like this. And see, then they start trading and they quickly realize it doesn't work this way. So if you're sick of all the hype and empty promises, then this show here is for you, because my goal is to give you the strategies and the tools that you need to grow your account systematically, because that is the key. You see, everybody can get lucky every now and then, but being able to grow your account in a systematic and predictable way, that is the key to success in the market. So in this show, I'll show you the tools that you need, the tools that I personally use. I'll give you the trading strategies that actually work, and we'll talk about the right mindset of a trader, because that's super important. Also in this show, it's all about facts and real trades. Now, talking about real, I'll show you all of my trades, winning trades and losing trades, because they happen. No hype, just the facts, because I want you to succeed. And if this sounds good to you, then click on like right now, or just type yes in the comments, and we'll get started. Okay, awesome. So seems that we are good to go. So first segment, what is happening in the markets right now? This segment is for you so that you know what is happening right now. And what's happening today are two big things. First of all, there's the tech hearing of the 4 out of the 5 biggest companies. Let me just show you this here. So the 5 largest stock companies in the S&P 500 are Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and Google. And these 4, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, and Google, there is a tech hearing in front of this Senate today. It was scheduled for 12 p.m. Eastern Time, was moved to 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and is going on as we speak right now. Now, going into this tech meeting, it seems that investors thought, nothing big will happen here, because Amazon, as you can see, up 1% today. Google, as you can see today, also up 1.7%. Facebook, so all of the big 4 that are going into the meeting here were up today. Facebook up, Microsoft. Anyhow, let's go back to the overall markets. And the second big thing that happened today is the Fed meeting minutes. They were scheduled at 2 p.m. So it is an hour ago, hour and a half ago. And no surprise there, the rates remain the same. And then at 2:30 Eastern Time, so this was like an hour ago, Powell had a press conference, and there were no surprises. So this is why stocks have been going higher. Let's take a look at the charts intraday here. So this is where you see this morning we opened higher, and ever since we were drifting higher. Then there was the Fed statement here, where first of all they said no changes, and everybody thought yoo-hoo, and then there was the press conference starting. So first briefly dipping, but right now rallying into the close. So why we are rallying here? Because there were no surprises, and no surprises, that's good, right? Because if everybody does what we expect them to do, this is when market participants are just saying, hooray. So the S&P up a little bit over 1% today, 1.4%. The Dow a little bit lagging today, only up 0.7%. And as you can see, even today's move is not enough to break us out of this sideways move that we have had since June 10th, pretty much, June 11th. So today is July 29th. So for the past 6 weeks, the markets have just been going sideways. Now, the NASDAQ also made new record highs. When was it here? On July 13th. But for the past 2 weeks, nothing, just going sideways. And this is what's happening in the markets right now. Now, one of the things notable today, gold makes a new record high today. Again, just barely, but you can see gold actually inched out another record high. So this is what's happening. What can we expect for the rest of the week? Now that this is out of the way, the Fed statement, probably we can expect that markets will drift higher unless we see something massive coming out of the hearing that we have with the big four tech companies here. If so, it could drag down these tech companies. And as you know, since they make most of the S&P 500, right, they could drag the S&P and also the NASDAQ down. Anyhow, so this is what's going on. So good to see everybody here. In a moment, we will talk about the trader's journey. We will talk about the right trader's journey and also the wrong trader's journey. But yeah, so good to see everybody here. CR says, yes, good. Actually, CR, since this is one of my ticks, I guess, that I have, the team actually did make a mug. Good. So if you would like us to ship this mug, we'll be happy to do this at cost. We'll post a link to the store here in the description. And Jeff says, Paul's conference just ended. Yeah, exactly, John. S&P, good. Feel free to get the mug if you want to. By the way, we have 2 more mugs. Would you like to see them? Are you interested? Because I made 2 more mugs for you. I thought they're fun. You know my favorite mug that I have here, the trade what you see, not what you think, right? It always reminds me, trade what I see here. Again, in a moment, we'll get started here on the trader's journey. But if you would like to see the new mugs, okay, seems that you want to. So I thought this would be fun to say trading fuel, and then it shows a gauge. It is almost full. So whatever your trading fuel is, might be coffee, might be tea, might be water, might be another beverage of your choice. I mean, you're adults, so you can do whatever you want. So if you like this idea of having a mug that says trading fuel, with the gauge on the other side, we will have this in the store. It comes left-handed and right-handed. Hey, and another one that I thought was pretty cool. So this one here, I hope that you can see it. It says, don't trade, getting there. And then, yes, you can trade now, right? Again, make sure that you put your trading fuel in there. Coffee, tea, water, Monster, Gatorade, whatever floats your boat. Anyhow, if you like these, then feel free to get them from the store. As you know, we're not making a single cent on this. I'm shipping them to you at cost if you want. Okay, so this is fun. I'm so glad that you're here. Now let's talk about the agenda for today. Let me just bring it up here for just a moment, because today, since recently in the last video I talked about the trading strategies, I thought today it would be important to talk about the trader's journey, because there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do this. And I thought we can take a look at this here right now. All right, let me just switch something here on the screen really quick. Perfect. And then we get to get started. Okay, so let's talk about the trader journey, because there is a roadmap to becoming a successful trader. And in this video right now, I will give you this exact roadmap, because most people who are new to trading don't have a roadmap. And because for most people, here's what their journey looks like. Let me show this to you. So I want to show you the right journey and the wrong journey, but let's talk about the wrong journey first, because this is what most people do. So phase number 1 of the wrong journey is let's buy a stock. You see, most traders start their journey by buying a stock. Hey, this is how I started. If you have seen my own trading journey, then you know that the first stock I bought was VW Volkswagen, right? The German car manufacturer. And see, this is how most people start their journey, buying a stock. And then often after this, they move on to phase number 2. And here's phase number 2. Phase number 2 is, this doesn't work. So let me show you what I mean. Often new traders are buying a stock that's promoted in the news, or a stock that makes sense to them. But most of the time, it doesn't work. Let me show you a few examples. There is actually a website that is tracking what stocks Robinhood traders have. Now, again, nothing against Robinhood traders, but this is where most people who are new to trading, who start trading, they start with Robinhood. Now here's a leaderboard. You see these are the most popular stocks. For example, Ford is in 932,585 Robinhood accounts. So let me just show this to you, because when you click on this, here's what you see. You see that most of the Robinhood traders bought Ford here. I want to say probably at what, at $5.37. And they kept buying and buying, and right now it just raised a little bit, right? Because this is where, okay, Ford must be a good company, so let's buy this. Let's take a look at some other ones. Here's GE. No idea why GE is so popular amongst Robinhood traders, but as you can see, most bought GE right here when it was at the low of $6.32. I can actually show it to you right here if you switch over to GE. Get rid of this. So at $6.32, and as you can see right now, it is trading at $6.60. So no idea why this is so popular, but doesn't that sound familiar that most people start this way? Also American Airlines, you see a lot of Robinhood users put American Airlines in their account when American Airlines was trading at around $14. So let's take a look at American Airlines, which has been trading at $14, but right now trading at $11. So just piddling around there. So anyhow, let's get back to the trader's journey, because I want to finish here the wrong way to do it, but then also the right way. So you see, after buying a stock and then, phase number 2. This doesn't work. The stock is just going around. I seem to have bought it at the high. This is when most traders move on to phase number 3, and here is phase number 3. Phase number 3 is, I need an insider tip. Or, not an insider tip, maybe an insider strategy. Okay, so tip, strategy, doesn't really matter, because this is where they believe, you see, if they're doing what everybody else does, it doesn't seem to work, right? I mean, you have just seen it. The most popular stocks here in Robinhood accounts, I mean, they're just piddling around there. They're not taking off. So this is where most traders think, okay, I need an insider tip or an insider strategy. And so they Google best stocks to trade or best stocks to buy in 2020. And they find these flashy newsletters that promise them the next big stock. You see, it's like buying Amazon for $10. And by the way, right now, Amazon is trading at $3,000. So they buy the newsletter or the trading strategy that promises them the most outrageous returns. And then they move back to phase number 3. Does that sound familiar? So let's go back here to phase number 3. Okay, I need an insider tip strategy. Okay, that we were there at phase number 3. Then it goes back to phase number 2. This doesn't work, right? And now they are stuck on the Ferris wheel and go from phase 2 to phase 3 and round and round and round. I need an insider tip. By the way, I did do a video for you on these insider tips. I did do a video on the best 5G stock. So if you're interested in learning more about the best 5G stock and the truth behind these newsletters, I'll leave a link in the description so that you can see it, or I'll put it here in the chat. You'll be surprised. But let's talk about these different phases. So they go round and round and round until they lose all their money, and then they move on to phase number 4. And phase number 4 is where they say, you know what? You just can't make money with trading, right? And I mean, you have seen it. You know these kind of people. That's when they get bitter and frustrated. And hey, I completely understand. Of course, they're not happy. They just lost a bunch of money. And of course, they vent and say, this is all a scam. And you know what? A lot of it is. I actually did a video on one of these scams. I'll post the link in the description. You get a kick out of this. It's one of these videos where somebody promises that your money doubles every week or something like this. Take a look at the video. You're going to love it. Anyhow, so after this, they move on to phase number 5. And phase number 5 here is simply giving up and say, okay, this does not work. I don't want to do this. And that's usually the end of their trader's journey. And I'm sure that you know somebody who has been down this path, the wrong journey here. So anyhow, as you can see, when you choose this trading journey, you're almost guaranteed to lose money and to get frustrated, and you get sick going around on the Ferris wheel, or is it actually a hamster wheel going from phase 2 to phase 3 and back to phase 2 and 3. So anyhow, let's talk about the right trading journey. But before I do this, does any of this make sense to you? If so, do me a favor, click on like or leave a comment saying, yes, this makes sense, if any of this sounds familiar at all, or if you know somebody who has been on this trading journey. All right, very cool, awesome. Okay, so what is the right trading journey? Let's talk about this right now. And with the right trading journey, I want to actually give you also very specific examples on how I can help you. Does that sound good? Would you like to have some examples on the resources that I have for you here on this channel and on my website? Okay, good. That's good. So let's talk about phase number one. First of all, you need to decide what type of trader you want to be. Oops. There we go. You know that I primarily use swing trading strategies, which means I'm typically in trades for a couple of days to a couple of weeks. And you see, there are ultimately three categories people tend to fall into. And a lot of this ultimately boils down to how much you want and can spend looking at the markets. You see, for me personally, I don't like sitting at my computer all day long. So swing trading is what I prefer most. Anyhow, here are the three categories. Number one, type of trader, investors. This would be buying and holding stocks or maybe ETFs, exchange traded funds, for longer periods, usually months to years. And then on the other side of the extreme, you have day traders, where they get in and out of an asset like a stock, ETF, futures, options on the same day. And then the third category, which is right in between, where I like to be, is swing traders. That's where you get in and out of an asset like stocks or options within a few days or weeks. Now, if you're not sure yet of what type fits you best, then just keep watching these videos in which I show you the trading strategies that I personally use, because this might be helpful for you. And also, just make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you never miss a new video or anytime I do a live session. Okay, have you subscribed? Hit subscribe now. Okay, because let's talk about step number two. After you decided what kind of trader you want to be, now it's time to pick a trading strategy. And how do you pick the best trading strategy? Well, this is where I did another video that I'll link to in the description, where I talked about the best trading strategy. Every trading strategy has pros and cons. Now, I personally have a core swing trading strategy that I've been trading for over 10 years, and it's called the PowerX strategy, as you know, and I'll be happy to send you a copy of the book for free. All I ask is that you pay for shipping and handling, right? Anyhow, so it's a trend following strategy. And see, I personally don't care if markets are going up or if they're going down, as long as there is a trend, whether it is an uptrend or a downtrend. Now, if you would like to learn more about the way how I trade, I have two resources for you, because I promised that I have resources for you here. Let's actually write this down right here, and then I'll post a link to the description. First, it's a website. It's called mytradingroutine.com. And on this website, I'll show you exactly how I trade and the tools that I use. We talk about tools here in a moment. And then, of course, the book, which is the PowerX strategy. Now, I might be biased, but I think it's a really awesome book. Just the cover alone, I mean, has to be awesome, right? And really highly recommend that you get a copy of it. But hey, there are so many trading strategies. I don't care which one you pick, as long as you pick a strategy. Now, once you understand the strategy, the next step is phase 3. You need to have the tools to help you make the best trading decisions. Because you see, trading can be simple and you can make it difficult. For me, it's always best when I keep it simple. You see, I personally use a tool that takes a lot of the guesswork out of it and finds solid setups, and it's called the PowerX Optimizer. You probably have heard me talk about this. This is what the tool looks like. So it makes it super easy to find the right stocks, because it's a software that makes trading stocks and options easier, at least for me, than ever before. With just a few mouse clicks, the software runs millions of calculations in a matter of seconds. I mean, I'm not that smart. That's why I let the software do it. And then it gives me the 5 to 10 high probability setups and option setups for every trading day. And it also really helps me to keep my ego in check because it gives me clear entry and exit signals so that I never hold on to a winner or loser too long. So, as you know, on average, I'm spending less than 15 minutes each day finding and placing my trades. And I think it's truly that simple. Anyhow, so just to write it down here, I like to use calculators. If you have any of my trading strategies, you know that I like to have the Theta Kings put calculator, right? I like to have the income wheel calculator. And then, of course, I like to have here the PowerX optimizer. Anyhow, let's move on to phase number 4, because the next part of your trading journey after you mastered the one strategy is this. It is expanding your knowledge. So, expanding your knowledge, let's talk about this and what it means. You see, there are other types of strategies and financial vehicles available to trade. And I'm a very big fan of the saying, the more you learn, the more you earn. Isn't that the truth? Now, for most traders, they start off by buying and selling stocks. And from there, they make their way over to trading options, which makes a lot of sense because options can be a great way for you to rapidly grow an account. And again, with the PowerX strategy, we like to keep things simple by often just buying calls and puts. So it's perfect for beginners. But as you'll find out, there's more than one way to get long or short with options. And I've recorded a series of both of beginners and advanced option videos that are a great way to get started if you want to start trading options. And I have made a few different playlists that I'll post in the descriptions here. It's number 1, Options 101, Options 201, and Options Income Trading Strategies. Anyhow, so let's talk about step number 5, the next part of your journey. The next part of your journey is then trading for a living. I mean, ultimately, that is what you want to do as a trader. And when you're ready for this phase, then I think you and I should talk, because I like working with people who are committed and want trading success. And that's why I personally work with a handful of traders in our Freedom Mastermind. And there's probably a few people right on watching this this chat here. Say hi in the watching this video. Say hi in the chat if you're part of the mastermind. Just say hi really quick. Anyhow, as you can see, these journeys are wildly different. So it's very important that you don't fall for the trap of the wrong journey, because honestly, this is what I did in the beginning. So let's make this actually red, because it is wrong. This is how in the beginning I lost a lot of money with trading. You see, if you want to succeed with trading, do it right. And now you know how. These are the 5 phases of the right trader's journey. Let's just highlight this here in yellow. Look at this. We can do this. Oh, almost. You get the idea. Anyhow, I'll make these notes available for you. And you can also decide if you want my help or not. That's, of course, absolutely and completely up to you. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and click on like. And if you want to see more videos like this, just click on the subscribe button and also click the little bell, because this way you get notified whenever I release a new video or I go live. And if you enjoyed this, please feel free to share this video, and I'll see you in the next video that's probably popping up here right now. Okay, is this helpful at all? Because I thought, I often get the question, where do I start, right? And the most important thing is that you decide what type of trader you want to be. Don't be a jack of all trades. I mean, that's what I tried to do in the beginning. In the beginning, I did swing trading, I did investing, I did day trading. I was all over the place. And this is where I got confused. And a confused mind loses money. Doesn't it make sense? I mean, does it happen to you that you had so many strategies that you didn't know when to trade what? Yeah. So, for example, Amit is asking, what is volume spread analysis? This is another way to trade. And you see, it is so easy to get distracted here. This is why it's so important that at some point you pick a trading strategy. You pick a trading strategy, and then you really learn this and you try to master this strategy. You know that my bread and butter strategy is the PowerX strategy. I like to do this. Now, I can, of course, talk about volume spread analysis, know exactly what it is. In fact, my friend Gavin Holmes has a website. I think it's called Trade Guider. I personally tried it, didn't work for me. But again, this is where everybody's different, and you need to find a trading strategy that works for you. Anyhow, John, so good to see you here. Thank you for your commitment to being here and to learning. You are just great. I love chatting with you, whether it's here on these videos or in our private Facebook VIP group. I follow all of your comments. I'm more of a lurker in there, right? Because I see how you're helping out others. Really, really appreciate it. Okay. So, okay. Andrea said, I need this good mark. You know what? Nicole can probably help you out. Just shoot her an email, or she's probably here in the chat. Nicole at rockwelltrading.com. Anyhow. So, there's so many great comments. I mean, Dory and Louis Smart says, eat like an elephant, poop like a bird. I'm not exactly sure what this means here with trading. Anyhow. Good. So Mike says, how about that PowerX Optimizer trade from June 22nd on Wing, up over $20 per share today? Well, you took the trade. Really good. Let's take a look at this. Let's jump on the charts here. Let's just see what Wing is doing today. You said Wing, right? Yeehaw! Well, I am a little bit surprised. You should have gotten out here before this. Are you still in this, Martin? That's not according to the rules. Anyhow. Okay. Okay. And Dory says, yeah, funny, I know some of these people. Let's buy a stock, right? I mean, especially right now during this pandemic. Let me just show this to you. You see the, let's go to the S&P 500 here. The S&P 500, while we were crashing down here, right? I mean, this is when interest in trading spiked. Let me actually show you this. There's a website. It's called trends.google.com. Take a look at this. So if we check it out and we look, for example, for stock trading, and we see the interest, this is where Google is actually tracking how many people are searching for this term. This is where you see, wow, as the pandemic hit here and the market was crashing, there was a huge spike in interest because everybody wanted to be part of this rebound, right? Everybody wanted to get in here and hopefully get out. And this is where, as you have seen, the most popular ones here are, it's just so amazing, right? 4G. We can take a look at another one on this list here of Robinhood traders, Disney. So let's take a look at Disney. Everybody seemed to love Disney, got in there. Look at this. How all of this interest and more people bought Disney. And what has Disney been doing? Yeah, it has been slightly going up, but as you know, Disney is still facing some challenges. So as you can see, over the past few months, it hasn't been going anywhere, right? So, but I'm always surprised when I'm taking a look here at RobinTrack and taking a look at the leaderboard, what most people have in their accounts, and I'm wondering why. Why do you have these stocks in your account? Anyhow, different story. I would not put them in my account, but anyhow. So Chuck says Kodak traded 265 million shares. And Alex also asks, what the hell happened to Kodak? I can show you. I can tell you exactly what happened to Kodak today. So Kodak. Here's what happened. Kodak was worth nothing, as you can see. If you're just going back, you see that Kodak was trading pretty much between $2 and $3. Nothing. Well, this is when Trump invoked the, Defense Production Act or whatever it is, and told Kodak, you know what? You guys right now get a $765 million loan, a $765 million loan. And right now, we want you to produce generic drugs. Wait. Generic drugs? I mean, Kodak? Yes, you're right. These are the guys that did printers and film, right? You remember the Kodak films when we still had real cameras? So this is where right now they made this huge jump up. But as you know, what goes up must come down. So here's a 5-minute chart. Take a look at this. On a 5-minute chart, it jumped up this morning from $21 to boom, all the way there to, oh my gosh, I can't even see it. $60 up there from $20 to $60. So it tripled within an hour, 1 hour. And then boom, started crashing down. Right now it is trading at $33. I mean, still up from yesterday, but this is where I said it in the beginning. You see, everybody can get lucky every now and then. So maybe you caught it. Maybe you got in. But even if you got in, make sure that you're getting out. What do you think? How many people got out at the top? How many people do you think got out at the top? Well, I can tell you how many people got in at the top. A lot. You want me to show you how many people got in at the top here right now? Let me show you. Here are the popularity changes. Over the past, let's do this. Over the past 4 hours, look at this. Over the past 4 hours, 24,000 more people on Robinhood put Kodak into their account over the past 4 hours. Now let's take a look at the past 4 hours. So right now, as I'm recording this, it is 3 o'clock Central Time. So over the past 4 hours, let's go back there. So this would be right here. So 30,000 people bought Kodak over the past 4 hours. Let's actually see over the past, what else can we do here? Over the past 1 to 2 hours, let's see how many bought it there. Only 6,000. So most of them got really excited this morning. And you see 68,000 people, 68,000 people. So what do you think? How many of those bought it here and got out there? How many of the 68,000? 100? 50? 20? You get the idea, right? Most of them probably have bought there. Anyhow, so this is what happened today with Kodak. Because you asked about it, Alex and Dory and Louis Smarts as well. Okay, good to see it. And Rhino says, I'm trading different strategies in different broker accounts. So do I. I like to keep it separated. So I have a total of 9 different brokerage accounts. That's what I like to do. Okay, good. Chuck says, I started watching Coffee with Markus, start trading on March 11. Oh, on March 11, probably with a $4,300 account, made 43 trades, almost a perfect score. Only 1 trade was a loss. Congratulations, Chuck. I mean, this is awesome. I'm so glad to hear this. I'm so happy that that it works for you. And this is what really gives me the joy to be here live 3 times a week when I see success stories like this, when I see that it actually helps you, when I see you sharing these videos, you liking these videos, and these kind of success stories like Chuck's here and many others. I know that many of you have success stories like this here. Anyhow, so Mario's asked, Chuck, when was your starting date? It was March 11. Chuck corrected it. It was March 11. Okay, Bashalom says, is it necessary to backtest your trading strategy? Well, you see, you need to do something to have confidence in your strategy. I actually did another video about this, the most important skill of a trader. I believe that's what it was. I'll look it up for you and I'll post it in the description where I talk about confidence. And you see, for many traders, including myself, looking back over what would have happened if I had traded this strategy gives me confidence. This is why the PowerX Optimizer, the tool that I like to use, goes actually back, looks over the past year of the stock, and actually shows you exactly, let me just bring it up here, the trades that occurred if I had traded this according to the PowerX strategy. So I see exactly where would I've gotten in, where would I've gotten out, where would I've gotten in and out, and in and out. And then it shows me out of these trades, how many winning trades did I have and how many losing trades did I have. So it calculates the winning percentage. It gives me the ROI, return on investment. It shows me my profit factor. It shows me my average winning trade, my average losing trades, how many days on average I was in the trade. And it gives me here a detailed trading report of what would have happened if I had traded this stock over the past year according to the rules of the PowerX strategy. And this is Barshalom. I don't know about you. For me, it gives me confidence to place the next trade because here's the deal. Markets and stocks have a memory. If a stock has been going up and down and up and down, and that's what I'm looking for when I'm swing trading over the past year, and we had 9 winning trades out of 18 trades, so half of them were winning trades, but we are making more money on the winning trades than we lose on the losing trades. That gives me the confidence to place the next trade. Bartolom, is this making sense? Is this helpful? Okay. Let us send some dude on the cover. I don't know. They photoshopped somebody in here. Probably my brother. Is my brother on here? Michael, are you on here? Sometimes Michael is tuning in. He lives in Germany. So for him, it's pretty late right now. It's 10 o'clock at night. Sometimes he does tune in. Sometimes not. Okay. So Jeff says, finding my way also, Raina. Thank you for your... Really appreciate it. So I'm so glad that this all helps you. Okay. Oh my gosh, Juan Pablo, I'm so excited for you. because I know that you have been watching Coffee with Marcus for quite a while, that you have also the Powerex Optimizer. And I know that we talked about, because Juan, you live in Panama, right? So we talked about what would be a good choice for you. We talked about CFDs and how you should stay away from CFD brokers. And we talked about the best broker. By the way, if you would like to know what I think who the best broker is, there's another video. I post a link in the description. It's called The Best Brokerage 2020. And this is where you see what I personally think. And Juan, yes, Juan Pablo, for you, the Interactive Brokers account is the best choice since you are in Panama. So that's great. So excited for you. That is awesome. Okay. There's everybody here from the mastermind. So good to see everybody. There's Lorena. There is John. There's Ricardo. There is Rika. There's Kathy. So good to see you. There's Vivette. Amar. Easter egg. Who are you, Easter egg? Can't remember. Miles. So good to see you here. Catherine. So good to see you here. Teddy. Oh my gosh. Everybody is here. Can't go through all of this. Monica, Kieran, Donald, so good to see you here. Jeff, of course, love you. My crazy Chinese friend, your words, not mine. Anyhow, okay. So Per is asking a great question. How do you evaluate your strategies to see if you have a profitable strategy, underperformance, and expected return? You see, this is where the software really helps me. The software helps me to see what would have happened if I had traded this stock according to the rules of the strategy. And this is where it goes back to where I said, I absolutely do believe that every single trader do need trading tools. I actually have another video for you. Oh my gosh, I have so many videos for you, but we'll post a link in the description here about the best trading tools. So I did a video on what I think are the best trading tools and the tools that you need. And you see, this is where a software can really, really help you to see what you should be doing or what would have happened. All right, let's go back here to Powerex Optimizer so that you see if you had traded this stock over the past year following the rules with a detailed trading report. So yeah, absolutely great question, Per. This is where I think you cannot just rely on somebody saying that it works, right? I mean, you want to make sure that you trust this person, or the best thing to do to know whether a trading strategy works or not is test it for yourself, right? Or get these back testing reports here. Anyhow, good. So good to see. Louis said the spiders are up over 1%. Yeah, let's see where the markets finished today. Let's go back here and let's see where we finished. So S&P pulled back a little bit going into the close at 1.4%. The Nasdaq is up today 1.24%. Look at this, exactly the same as the S&P 500. And the Dow today up 0.6%. So the Dow lagging a little bit. Let's go back to a daily chart. This is where you see what is happening right now. So again, we are still trapped in this sideways market here. It's like, holy moly. Anyhow. So Caleb is asking, should your first strategy be one that works in the current market? See, that is an excellent question, Caleb. Here's the problem. The markets change all the time. So I would always pick a strategy that works in a normal market condition. And the current market conditions are not normal. Being stuck in a range like this is absolutely not normal. Markets like to trend. We have talked about it over and over. If you just go back at any period of time, you see randomly, you see markets trend. And it doesn't really matter, like here, whether the trend to the upside or the downside. Being stuck in a sideways range, as we are right here, this is not normal. So Caleb, to answer your question, I would focus on a strategy that works in normal market conditions, and here's why. By the time you master a strategy that works for these market conditions that you only have maybe 5% of the time, if that, these market conditions are over, right? So I do believe it makes sense to learn multiple trading strategies. This is where we are going back to what I talked about here. Expanding your knowledge by adding more trading strategies, right? But I would definitely start with the trading strategy that works most of the time and not one that only works every now and then. But a great question. Really appreciate it. Okay, good. Pamela, how do we get access to the Facebook group? If you do have the Powerex Optimizer, we'll be happy to send you a link. Just contact my team here at support@rockwelltrading.com. Now, this is for customers only. So if you have Powerex Optimizer, they can give you the link here for Facebook. Okay, great question. Okay, Ken says, so far, using PowerX Optimizer early July, trading stocks only on a $20,000 paper account, even though markets have been diddling around, I'm still up. That is great, right? That's awesome. This is where we go back to, okay, yeah, learn a strategy in normal market conditions. I think, Ken, it is great that you're learning it right now because when the markets go back to normal, you'll crush it. It'll be awesome. Okay, so Don says, when trading several strategies, it's very easy to mix up the specific rules. You're absolutely right. So this is why I think at the beginner, if you're a beginner, if you're new to trading, focus on one, maybe two strategies. If you're trading too many strategies, it's easy to get confused. And what's happening when you're getting confused, at least it happens to me, that's when I'm losing money. So keep it easy, keep it simple. You don't have to chase every single rabbit. You know what happens to the dog that chases every single rabbit? Catches none, right? So focus on one or two strategies that make the most sense for you. And also, given the circumstances, how much you can watch the market, yeah, that helps you in your lifestyle here. Anyhow, good. Raja, so good to see you here. Rules are important, especially when we remain in the trade after a black bar. Are you remaining in a trade after a black bar? Don't. You know it. Follow the rules. Follow the rules. I need to do a mug. I talked about this. Nicole, let's actually put this on the list. Let's do a mug that just says "Follow your plan." I think it would be a good one. It's another good reminder, right? That when you have a trading plan and it's a solid trading plan, that you follow it in the same way. So you trade what you see, not what you think. Okay. Good. So Ken says, that's my biggest problem, trouble sticking to the plan. Still in here, really, and PXO black bar, follow the plan. I think I'll do a mug for you. Can we do this, Nicole? Can we make some mugs that says follow your plan, maybe with a picture of me looking like this? Something like this. All right. Good. So Caleb says, Kodak, I got in at the bottom and out of the bottom. You see, this is when it's super important, especially when you try to take advantage of these flash moves. I mean, as soon as you see that you double your money, get out, right? I mean, nobody ever got broke taking profits. Keep this in mind. Nobody ever got broke taking profits. The reason why traders lose so much money on their accounts is they're not taking profits and they're holding on for a losing trade for too long. Isn't that the truth? Okay. So Mr. PK says, do you have the results for the new black bar exit, the two negative indicators? I do. I do have the results. The results are in. Let me show it to you. The results are in right here, the black bar exits. Let me make this bigger so that you can see it. Here it is. By the way, these are the results overall. Told you I'll show you everything. And as you know, on the small account that I did the test on, I am down. So that's the small account that I did perform the test on. So Mr. PK, to answer your question, better than one bar were only 7 times. Worse than exiting on the first bar was 8 times. And the same was 8 times. So long story short, to answer your question, it turns out that just getting out at the first black bar is the best thing that you can do based on the results that I have here over 42 trades that I did with this. So now you know. That's why I'm doing the testing for you, so that you know what to do. Okay. Jane, you are cracking me up. Hello, Jane Spammer. Welcome. This is the first time I have a spammer live on here. Usually you're commenting on these videos. Look at this. I saw a review on Facebook about this Miss Catherine Anderson. Right? She helped you. You know what? I recently contacted Mr. Anthony Vincent. I'm surprised. It's probably the same like Miss Catherine Anderson. I did a video on this. Jane, you know what? We're going to kick you out here right away. This is a pretty interesting scam, and I did a video on this. So you'll see. This particular comment here is part of a scam. Don't fall for it. I'll post the link in the description here. It's hilarious. I actually did contact one of these guys that were highly recommended here. Please, Jane Smith, or whatever your name is. Of course, that's not your real name. It's probably a stolen picture. That's the other thing. Stealing pictures from Facebook. Anyhow, MJX says in Belgium it's also 10 o'clock at night. Yes, welcome. Hope that you have your coffee or beverage of choice. Anyhow, so Kathy says started with zero experience thanks to Markus, Rockwell Trading, PowerX Optimizer, and also the mastermind member. Loving the journey. It's so good to have you as part of the journey here. Okay, Mike says I was started trading the options on Wing, and we were trying the strategy of net getting out on one black bar. Yeah, but I mean there were many black bars. Anyhow, you got lucky this time. I want to say 8 out of 10 times you're not lucky. So next time, Mike, follow your plan. We'll do a mug. Follow your plan. Okay. Good. All right, so good to see everybody here. And Michael is asking, is the PowerX Optimizer good to trade stocks on leverage? Yes, absolutely. So I have margin accounts. These are the accounts that I personally trade. I love trading margin accounts. And if you know when you're doing leverage, of course, is a double-edged sword. So make sure that you understand that leverage can work for you as well as against you, and make sure that you use leverage responsibly. So Rosemary says, have you started trading the wheel in your new account? Yes, I have. Would you like to see it? So here are the trades that I took according to the wheel strategy. Started last Friday. So we're up here, what is it, 144, like $200, $300, something like this. ATVI, Marriott, Applied Materials, and today, Nike. So we send out an alert today for Nike. 3 of them are expiring on Friday, so only 2 days left on the clock. By the way, here on ATVI, since the bid is so low, I'm just trying to get out of here with 5 cents. So I'm buying this back because I made 90% of my profits here. So this is where I have a working order in the market. Let's just see an activity. I see ATVI. If I can buy it back at 5 cents, it's GTC. I'll be fine and I'll be done with it. But yeah, these are the positions that I have in the account. So far, so good. Anyhow, time is flying when you're having fun, isn't it? So good to see you here. Hey, if this was your first time here and you're enjoying this video, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Hit the little notification bell. This way you get notified whenever I go live or release a new video. I'll be live here again on Friday. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you share it with whoever you want. I mean, these are free videos, and most of the viewers here like to share them because they give a lot of information. Hope that you liked it and enjoyed watching this video and this live show as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of the day. Take care, everybody.